I did not think I would ever see my homeland again. After I was stolen from my reality by Deadpool and delivered to the Collector's Gallery, I had every reason to believe that the timeline from which I hailed had ceased to be. Psy, the fabled demon hunter, had truly become a Ronin, a warrior without a home. Yet suddenly, there I was once more, in the forests of Mount Shari with my trusty wolf Logan by my side. It was like a dream come true, but as with all dreams, it came to an end and left me with more questions than answers. I have long relied upon the uncanny power of my mind to guide me both through battle and through life. But this day, I fear my memories have betrayed me. I recall only fragments of the events that occurred, even those leave me with a strange sense of uncertainty. What I do recall is this. I had come to this desert wasteland along with my allies, these new kin who called me mutant and sister, the X-Men, from their island nation of Krakoa. When we arrived, we discovered that one of their own, N7 the mighty Apocalypse, had been struck down by an unknown assailant. It was not long before suspicious glances became accusations. Hoping to uncover the truth, I tapped into my ability to summon the spirits, a skill that I had acquired from my Shingori friends long ago. But I could not commune with Apocalypse. All I sensed were faint traces of undead energy. When I followed the trail towards Apocalypse's corpse, that's when everything began to unravel. As I stepped across the threshold of the Lazarus chamber, I found myself instantly transported back to the world I once knew. I was certain that there must be an illusion, but if it was, whoever had cast it was truly skilled in the art of deception. Even my telepathy could not seem to break through the mirage. I took a deep breath of crisp mountain air, glad to be home at last, but then a sharp pain pierced my chest, an arrow shot by an unseen attacker. As I fell to the ground, gasping for my final breaths, deep purple stained the snow-covering mountainside, and then the only colour that remained was black. Eternal peace was not yet mine to claim, however. Another of the X-Men, Jubilee, had devoted herself to Apocalypse's service. Employing one of her master's death seeds, she restored my life, but the memories of what had occurred had been damaged along the way. Even with the help of another telepath, Emma Frost, we have been unable to piece together the full picture. And now, my experience is fueling more speculation amongst my allies. The one called Zhang seems genuine in his desire to uncover the truth. I feel I can trust him to separate fact from fabrication, but others are far more eager to cast blame in order to identify the killer amongst us. Some suspect Magic as the culprit, due to her skills as Sorceress Supreme and her direct connection to the undead as the Queen of Limbo. But I have no desire to point my finger, or my sword, at the woman who once fought at my side against Ultron. All will be revealed in time, but I fear it may not be before another shares my fate. So this is Psylocke's case. She has been slain. And a gorgeous image, by the way. And now we shall see what detectives Daredevil and Frost have to say on the matter. Tell me what you remember, Psylocke, Emma Frost said. As soon as I discovered the undead energy emanating from Apocalypse, Psylocke replied, I felt as though I was transported home to my beautiful watercolour universe. An interdimensional portal? Daredevil asked. No, Psylocke replied. My timeline was destroyed long ago. This was only an illusion. Yet it seemed so real. In order to fool my senses, it must have been conjured by someone skilled in the ways of deception. Perhaps another telepath, Emma suggested. Or a sorcerer. I do not know, Psylocke continued. It was all so overwhelming. I let my guard down for an instant, and I paid the price. An arrow pierced my chest, delivered by a secret assassin. As my blood stained the snow, my memories shattered into fragments. Which thankfully I've been able to help you piece together again, Emma said. For the most part. I will gladly sacrifice a few lost memories for another chance at life, Psylocke said. If not for Apocalypse's death seed, everything would still be black. But we still need to identify your murderer, Daredevil said. There are those who suspect Magic. Lana would never do such a thing, Emma argued. She told me so herself. I understand why one might accuse the Queen of Limbo, Psylocke said. The arrow that felled me did contain traces of undead energy. similar to those identified in Apocalypse. Then why not put fingers at Hela? Emma demanded. She is still being held securely in the Ape City, Daredevil said. Even if it was she who provided the weapon, or even plotted the murder, she must have done so through someone else. Then who? Emma asked. Reed Richards said that Say's blood had a unique quality to it, Daredevil responded, like it was infused with a force of creation. I examined it myself, and it smelled almost like paint. The reality I come from was vibrant and unique, Psylocke said. Perhaps my assailant was not after me, but rather what runs in my veins. Rumour has it that Loki has obtained a phoenix feather and has woven himself an enchanted canvas, Emma said. All he would need to create entire worlds, or paint out existing ones, is the right ink. Alas, you have uncovered my scheme, Loki said, materializing suddenly. But it was all for naught. I thought this warrior's blood was the very fabled ink of destiny I saw. So you murdered one of my people for nothing? Emma snarled. How dare you! We both know that death means nothing to mutants these days, Loki said, and Psylocke was bound to find her way back to this mortal realm. That was quite the gamble, Daredevil said. How can we ever trust you again? You shouldn't have in the first place, Loki replied. But to make amends, I promised to use the blood I stole to create an ink-washed garden for Psy. Hopefully she can forgive my trespass. Forgiven, Psylocke said, her cold gaze fixed on Loki, but never forgotten. Loki doing Loki things. Figures.